that are authentic and signed by the artist.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't think copyright doesn't protect you from overseas manufacturing.
Sorry.
Hello?
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Phone.
So anyway, yeah, copyright doesn't actually protect you from that kind of competition, especially if you're a small player, right? The resources that you would need to sue and shut down a Chinese manufacturer, you don't have that as an individual.
Well, and something like the 10,000, they could get that idea and use that idea and do it in their own way, and it wouldn't be infringing on what you did. So, I mean,
right.
There's this crazy,
Right. So copyright is not, it's useless for artists.
Don't tell my dean that, because I teach it. I do not want to become obsolete, but I do in my class. I have to explain, like, we're going to learn the doctrine, but now we have to look at sort of how it's actually used in the world, because it's totally different. Like it's like almost like two different classes: the social norms and then the doctrine, which is really interesting because of where we're at. Yeah.
But there's so many accounts of artists who have talked to me that were big believers in copyright and sued some corporation for using their art without their permission and losing.
Yeah.
Because, the mechanism of using copyright is the lawsuit, and who's going to have better lawyers and unlimited resources? It's the people with lots of money.
Yeah, it's true. The other thing I find, I don't know if you find this, is that sometimes the people who are most protective also aren't as aware of what they're using themselves. So that's kind of interesting too. That we both use other people's ideas and materials, and we also create them. And it's this. Everybody does that every day, but there isn't a recognition of, well, where did you get that idea? Like, I know you're protective of it, but where did you get it? So, which is kind of interesting, I think, too.
Yeah. But, for me, the more I share, the better I do. Yeah. And I spent 20 years doing what I was supposed to do and clinging to everything that I made and going, oh, this is so important and I can't let it out. And then I did it differently with Sita Sings the Blues, and everything is just so much better. I'm more successful. I'm more famous. I make more money.
Yeah.
I'm happier. I love humanity more.
It's really interesting. We have this other project called the Durationator, and because of where it was, and it was at the university, and they thought it could make money, there was a real, for 10 years, there was a sense of, like, you need to make a company and blah, 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 like all this stuff. So don't share it. It wasn't ready to be shared anyway. It took a long time to build. And then this last summer, we worked with Internet Archive, and I put out this 200-page paper of how to do what we did. And it got a ton of press, and it was awesome. And it didn't take away from, like, what we were doing, or, it brought more business in and all of that. But it feels better to be sharing it, not locking it up. I mean, it's really interesting. It's this, your body feels different. You're not spending all this energy. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm pro-copyright. I like copyright. I teach copyright. But there's also sharing, and there's also, as you said, like, the ideas are going to get out there, so embrace it. Figure out ways to monetize it, but you don't have to lock everything up.
Yeah.
So interesting. Well, anything else that you'd like to add before we end?
Probably, but I'm hungry and there's food in the next
I'm hungry
room,
too.
So.
We have a stew. I can smell it downstairs. It's finally ready. So it's cold. It's cold here, but it's not really cold. It's like 40 degrees, but everyone's freaking out here in New Orleans. So well, as always, you're wonderful and delightful, and I really do appreciate you chatting. Your horse thing is awesome. I just keep playing it over and over again. More quiltimation. That's what we need in the world. We need more things that are based on quilting. I'm pro quiltimation. Yes. Awesome. Thank you again. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. It's been a pleasure. Anytime if you want to talk more, let me know.
I would love it. All right, cool. Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
So this is Elizabeth Townsend-Gard. You've been listening to Just Wanna Quilt, a research podcast coming out of Tulane University Law School. We want to hear from you. Join our army, our quilting army. Go to our Facebook page. Suggest people to be interviewed. Suggest yourself to be interviewed. We are excited to hear from you. But most importantly, I hope you get a chance to quilt today.